Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Gear204 here, and welcome back to another Let's Build video. Hope you guys enjoyed that time-lapse and are a little hyped for this project that we have sitting in front of us. As you probably were able to see from the video title, we are going to be going ahead and starting a new Let's Build Pearl Harbor basically diorama Let's Build. I did do a couple videos in the past of trying to recreate Pearl Harbor in a 1:5 scale with my BAFTA builds. Unfortunately, those projects just never came to basically a conclusion, and we're just kind of left unfinished and all that. So my goal is for this series to definitely get this done, and I would like to have Pearl Harbor done by December 7th, obviously 2023, for the anniversary of Pearl Harbor. And this diorama is going to be incorporating the harbor on the day of the attack, so the morning before it, and then also during. So my goal is to have it basically, all peaceful, look how it did on that boarding, and then I want to have it just chaos. Try to incorporate all the main battle scenes, or all the main iconic scenes, so the Arizona, magazine detonation, the Nevada, beach in itself, or trying to, break out of the harbor. Then we have, Oklahoma rolling over, capsizing, the California sinking, and all that stuff. So my main goal is to try to incorporate all those major scenes, and having the, Japanese aircraft coming in and firing torpedoes and all that stuff. So it's going to be a pretty big project. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on with it. I'm very excited to see the future of this and how far it goes, and hopefully that, as far as it goes, is us completing it and calling the project finished. This world will be available on my model world, so if you guys are able to download my model world updates, you'll be able to actually see this map and be able to actually fly around it and take a look at it for yourself. So this is located on the model world as well for those of you that are in Java and do download my worlds. With that though, let's go and talk about what we completed in that time lapse. As you saw, we built USS Vestal and USS Arizona. I did change Vestal over to this dark gray color scheme, which is more accurate to what the US Navy would actually be supporting in the beginning of World War II. They were using this same measure kind of across the board for most of the ships. I am trying to do a lot of research and make sure I get the right color schemes and paint jobs and stuff like that for every ship that is basically at Pearl Harbor, but a majority of the ships are probably going to be in this darker gray color, as they would appear for the majority of naval ships at this time for the U.S. But obviously we have USS Arizona and Vestal. They're basically moored in their positions right here next to each other, and we have some of the little mooring docks right next to it. So pretty simple stuff there. Arizona did come out as a tutorial as well, so if you are interested, that is available as a tutorial, and Vestal still hasn't. The beauty of this series is we're going to have a lot of American ships, so you can expect a lot of American World War II BAFTA builds, hopefully coming soon. But that right there is pretty much what we have there in terms of Battleship Row so far. And then we have the Fort Island section, so this is what you saw in the time-lapse, building up kind of this recreational area, or this housing area for, I presume, the crew of the battleships. We have a little dock here, which would make sense, be able to ferry troops to and from the ships. So most likely this is probably the naval crews of the battleship's quarters when they're, on extended stay or something. But just a lot of kind of cookie-cutter barracks type buildings, some kind of bigger leisure type buildings, and obviously some volleyball courts and stuff like that. So definitely kind of comes off as being a more kind of housing area for the ship crews. So that's what we have here on this point of Fort Island. And also a lot of foliage and a lot of trees in this area. So went ahead and tried to incorporate that as much as I can. I think it's a really cool looking little area. After that though, we do have this section here, which is running along the side here at BAFTA Boat Row, the kind of the closest buildings and the closest area, I would say, in vicinity of Battleship Row. We have, again, some more kind of housing buildings, I think. Some sort of housing. They're smaller, like, house buildings type designs there. And then we have a lot of the fuel storage. So this right here is basically the kind of gasoline point or something like that. Don't know the exact term what they called it, but right here is where Neosho would be docked up to basically be, receiving fuel and all that stuff that they would take out to, other bases and supply the ships and stuff like that. So a lot of oil storage located here for, obviously the battleships, but obviously the oilers to be able to access and be able to refuel. We got some more buildings here just along the beach here, and going over this way again, we have some more kind of housing and barracks type buildings, and then a little bit of a warehouse. And that's all we really have here. This area wasn't included in the time-lapse because I did lose the footage or deleted it on accident. Not sure what happened, but I did have a time-lapse of this area, but unfortunately that is gone. So that's unfortunate because it's a pretty cool area, but hopefully we won't have any more issues like that in the future, and you can expect to see the rest of the build being completely built in the time lapse. So pretty cool stuff. We have this open area here, which is going to sit right next to the airstrip. So this area is pretty empty. There's not really any foliage, anything going on here. So that's just kind of left open for the time being. But that right there is pretty much it for this overview of the island. I really don't think there's anything else really for us to cover in this, and that's all we've gotten done. My goals for the future episodes here is to probably progress, and I want to finish Fort Island completely. So I would like to get the administrative area done, hopefully maybe in the next episode, the seaplane base, and also we have a little bit of the maintenance hangars and stuff like that, facilities that are located here to the side. And then obviously on this side of the island here, we do have some more of the ships. So this right here is where you would have the Utah, where the Utah was sunk, and a couple other cruisers and stuff like that. So overall, pretty cool stuff so far. I think it's coming together. It's really simple, kind of hard to see the full vision that we have going on here, but you can expect the future episodes here to hopefully wrap up Fort Island entirely and really kind of give us a good look at what this is going to look like when it's done. But that right there is going to wrap up this episode. Hopefully you guys all did enjoy it, and you can expect to see some more time lapses coming very soon. I'm probably going for probably about a weekly release, so every Friday releasing an episode of this. So whenever I get done in the week leading up to that Friday is what you guys can expect to see come out. So just keep that in mind going forward. But other than that, that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Gary 2x4, and I will see you guys next time.